What's up? Liz Wilcox here. You're listening to the email sound booth, and maybe you're even watching it on YouTube. That would be even better because I could see your face. Or wait, you could see my face. I can't see your face. Anyway, this is off to a great start, isn't it? Welcome. We're going to talk about writing emails that sell. Okay. This podcast episode actually came from our longtime subscriber, Connie. Shout out Connie. She says, I would love to hear some episodes about writing email for selling. Anything and everything you can think of. All right, Connie, yo-ish is my command. I don't know why I'm singing. I can't sing. The first thing that comes to mind, though, and I got to be real with Connie and I got to be real with you right here, right now. You need more than sales emails, more than emails that sell. You need emails that set the foundation of your relationship with your subscribers. You need emails that pre-sell a product, that get people ready to buy the product. You need emails that connect with your subscribers, aka you need emails that get people to click, that get people to reply. You need emails that show that you are freaking invested in your subscriber. So I just feel like I needed to preface with that. You need more than sales emails to make sales. Okay. So my first point about sales emails and emails that sell is you got to get to the point. I say it with love. I hope it's received that way. Oh my gosh. Y'all, do we not tend to ramble? I mean, I'm already what? Exactly 2 minutes in, and I'm just now getting to my first point. Don't let that happen to you in an email. Okay. So get to the point, especially when you're selling. Nobody wants, everybody says like, oh, I don't want to be salesy. But you know what is salesy? Not getting to the point. Beating around the bush is salesy. Okay. So just get to the point. It's an email, for heaven's sakes, right? Walmart, Amazon, the National Football League, they have absolutely no shame in getting to the point in their emails. Okay. Which brings me to my next point. Like, yes, okay, fine. Stories can work. And I tend to, if you've been listening to the email sound booth or you've been on my email list, link in the show notes, by the way, if you're not on my email list, I'm kind of anti-story, which is absolutely insane for an email marketer, right? But I do reserve storytelling for sales because sometimes you have to have that emotional argument. You have to really connect with your subscribers. And yeah, stories totally work to connect, but they've got to be good. Okay. This has to be a good story. It has to be one that you were saving up for. Okay. And the story should not be too long. Now, granted, my sales emails are my longer emails. Normally, you guys know, Q4, I always send daily emails, right? Those emails tend to be 100 to 300, maybe 400 words. Okay. Now, my sales emails, especially when I'm working in a story, they tend to start at 200 words, upwards of 500 or 600 words. Now, I'm not telling you this so you can look at your word count and be like, oh my gosh, well, Liz's are only 600 words. Mine are too long. Again, if it's a good story and you feel confident about how you wrote it, go for it, babe. I'm not going to, I'm not your mother. Okay. But try not to make them too long. The only email that I suggest being super long in a sales sequence or a sales email is the one that's an FAQ, frequently asked questions, right? Oh my gosh, my FAQ emails are long, like 800 to 1,000 words. But a special kind of subscriber is reading those, right? There are different types of buyers. Some people buy right off the bat because they're excited. Some people are last minute. Some people buy when they feel emotionally connected right? I talked about that emotional argument. Some people buy when they feel logically connected. Yes, this is my next right step. This makes so much sense. It's logical. And some people buy when they have every single detail and question answered. So the FAQ email being long, totally fine. Now, because we have lots of different buyers, brings me to my next point of every sales email you write should give the reader a reason to buy right now. Now, of course, some emails, not everyone's going to buy right now, right? And so some of them will just store that information for later when they're ready to buy later. But we should give the reader a reason to buy right now. For example, do you have a bonus in there? This ends tonight. A countdown timer, right? Like, hey, you should buy now because you're going to forget tomorrow. You should buy now because I'm offering a bonus. You should buy now because you're tired of waiting around, right? Give them reasons to buy now. Okay, now I'm sure you've heard this. Share benefits over features of your product, right? So let's say, okay, I've got this NSYNC like gold album behind me if you're watching on YouTube, right? What would be the benefits over the feature, right? I could say, it's 18 by 20 inches, gold plate, picture of NSYNC, signed by all the guys, blah, 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 certified in Germany, da, da, da. Those are the features, right? But I don't want this because, of course, I want to know the size, right? So don't forget the features. I want to know how big it is. But the benefits, bragging rights, it's going to look great on your wall. Perfect if you want to call yourself a real NSYNC fan. Those are the benefits, right? If I have this, I'm a real NSYNC fan. If I have this, I can put it on my wall for everyone on my YouTube to see. If I have this, ... right? So share the benefits over the features, but don't forget the features, of course, because I might be buying this. I'm like, yes. And then you tell me it's 18 inches by 20 inches, or I'm sorry, 18 centimeters instead of inches. And I'm like, oh, that's too small. I don't want to buy it, right? So don't forget the features, but really focus on the benefits. All right. This next one is a big one. I should have started with this, to be honest. Excuse me, my allergies are going crazy. My nose is burning. Okay. This next one, we want to get hyped, okay? Hyped. No one, and I repeat, no one will be more excited about your product than you. And they shouldn't be. Why? Because you created it. Damn it. Forgive my language. But damn, like you created this thing. Of course you're nervous. I get it. Sales emails. Right? Of course you're nervous. But you should be excited. You know what excitement is? Is nervousness turned into breath. Okay? Just breathe through it, baby. Breathe through it, baby. Get hyped up. No one will be more excited than you about this offer. No one will be more excited than you about this sales email. No one will be more excited than you about these benefits and features. Okay? So get excited. The more excited you are in your emails, the more your people will be excited too. All right. Now, the next one, highly underrated. Highly underrated. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Gosh, I'm such a weirdo. Show. Don't just tell, right? Don't just tell people that this NSYNC thing is 18 by 20. Show me. Give me a picture. Photo. Video. Okay? I don't care if you got a digital product. Send me a GIF. Send me a video. Go live giving me a behind the scenes look. A lot of us are visual creatures. We need to see it, okay, to believe it, okay? So show, don't just tell. And this is another way, going back to, give somebody a reason to buy now. Well, I'm buying now because I just saw it and now I have to have it. That's real live Justin Timberlake, JC Chazé, Chris K. That's their autographs. Now I got to have it, okay? Show, don't just tell. And for the love of all that is holy, stay consistent. Stay consistent. I say it with so much love. Don't just sell the thing one time. Don't just email one time. Do it again and again and again. Let me move my camera. Please watch this on YouTube. Look at this. My calendar over here. Over and over. You see all these green things over here? That's selling. I'm consistent in my selling. I'm always selling, okay? Be consistent so it's not out of the blue. If you sell out of the blue, you've been having your email list for 2 years and you ain't never sold nothing, and all of a sudden you're, hello, do you have a moment to speak about my product? People gonna unsubscribe, baby. People gonna unsubscribe. So stay consistent, not only in your emails, but in your email marketing. Keyword marketing. I don't know why I'm talking so weird today. I just want you to pay attention because this is so flippin' important. Stay consistent in your emails. Stay consistent in your marketing. Don't let your marketing fall off. And don't let your numbers fool you into thinking you should sell less. You should always sell more. Now, another highly underrated thing is you got to show that you care. One of the reasons to buy sometimes is that I am connected with the seller. I am connected with the owner of this product, the creator of this product, the seller of this product. Okay? Give the why behind you making the product. This is so underrated. When I tell people, hey, my email marketing membership is only $9 because guess what? When I was starting out, I was broke as a joke. I believed in me, but my bank account didn't. Okay? People can get behind that. They're like, oh, wow, $9. This is a steal. I want to be in on this because Liv gives a crap about me. Okay? I got my serious face on. Again, you should really be watching this on YouTube if you're not. Show that you care. No one can out-care Liz Wilcox when it comes to your email marketing. Okay? Not nobody. That's how your people should feel about you and your topic and your product, okay? Now, you can also send special emails, segmented emails. For example, if I'm selling my annual pass, which by the way is coming up for Black Friday, if I'm selling my annual pass where you buy a year into the membership and you get all my other products for free, talking about showing that you care, right? What an offer, right? I know that, I've got realtors in that membership. I've got copywriters in the membership. I've got course creators, membership site owners. I've got content creators, right? I might send an email out to each individual group, right? I might segment them out like, hey, are you a realtor? Are you a content creator? Do you consider yourself a copywriter, right? Click, 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 click here. And then all the copywriters, I send a separate sales email during the annual pass launch coming up, Black Friday. And I say, hey, if you're a copywriter, you might get hired to write emails, but coming up with them from scratch totally sucks. You should get into the annual pass because you will have a library of hundreds of email templates for you to use, and you can totally, with my permission, use them for your clients, right? And so that's a specific, right? Giving the reader a reason to buy now. That's a specific for copywriters email, okay? And then the last thing that I want to share with you today is to face your objections head on, okay? Don't be around the bush. I say it with love. I say it with so much love. You know what your people care about the most? I don't care what product you have. They care about time and money. Those are the two biggest objections. Do not skirt around money and how much your product costs. I'm begging you. If your product is $10,000, so freaking be it. Tell people why it's $10,000, okay? Tell people, hey, this is $10,000 because blah, 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 blah. This is, 6 months of your time, and here's why it's worth it, right? Time and money, your biggest objections. Also think about other objections people might have and face them head on. You can do that in that FAQ, frequently asked questions email I was talking about earlier. All right, my friend. We talked about it. Getting to the point, telling stories, but making them good and not too long. giving your readers a reason to buy now in those sales emails. Sharing benefits over features, but not forgetting the features. Getting hyped. Yes, baby, you got to be a hype man for your product, okay? Show, don't just tell. Use videos, GIFs, lives, etc. Stay consistent. One sales email or one launch a year is not enough. Sell, baby, sell, baby, sell. Send those special emails. Segment. Oh, I got copywriters on my list. I've got these people on my list. I've got those people. Send them specific emails. And damn it, show that you care. Your people want to know why. They want to connect with you, okay? And face objections head on. All right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you, Connie, so freaking much for this awesome podcast episode idea. I hope you learned something and you got something out of this. I can't wait to see more sales emails in the wild. It's going to be so awesome. Just like you, my name is Liz Wilcox. You are amazing and you are totally capable of selling via email. The wait list for the annual pass for Black Friday is going to be open very soon. Check the show notes. We might have it open already. If not, check back in the podcast tomorrow for that wait list. It's going to be epic. All my products, including my membership for $108. I can't wait. There are so many sales emails in the membership. There's an entire launch course that's worth $500 that has dozens of sales emails and sales sequences in it that you're going to get for free when you join the annual pass. I can't wait. All right. That's it. I'm going to end this. I'll see you soon.